Hello Capricorns, welcome to Lemon's Readings, backed by Reminiscent. This reading is for anywhere you have Capricorn in your natal chart, as we all do. You can get a natal chart reading, progress chart reading, or another different type of spiritual reading with me. The link to that is in the description box below, as well as any social media platforms that I currently use. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to thumbs up, like the video, share, and subscribe. It helps others to see this message as well. And let's get into your message right now, Capricorn. When it comes to appreciation, don't hold back. Don't hold back. Four of Pentacles. Communicate, write what you appreciate every single day. I know we use 3 because it's such a magical number. Like, write 3 things down that you appreciate or you're grateful for every single day. Write them and then say them aloud. Do both. 4, 5, however many things that you're grateful for. Write all of them down and then repeat them out loud. And especially qualities. Qualities. What qualities about yourself in your life that you appreciate right now? And allow yourself to speak that out loud to the universe so it can keep, double, triple, quadruple that energy back to you. All right, so what message do we have for Capricorn when it comes to appreciation and love? We got everything is fine. Okay, so maybe you need to invest in taking the time out to be more grateful or show appreciation for what you're doing. You do have and what you can do, because you're in the middle of a change. 4 of Cups. Yep. Not feeling sorry for yourself. And then another 4 of Wands. Okay, overall energy at the bottom. Another 4 of Pentacles. I saw this when I was shuffling. When I started, after I turned on. So you got 3 4s right now. 3 4s are first of all, the number 4 talks about protection, intellect, and building. Okay, and this being the foundation, this is bridging something together. Okay. You're holding on to and I saw the High Priestess too, which is about secrets. So, or holding things in, and then the 4 of Pentacles is her holding on to something. You're holding on to how you feel about a decision that was made, that may have been made without you. You just need to know that everything in that situation is fine. And that's the card of Gemini, so it may have to do with children, neighbors, friends that you grew up with, or something going on in your neighborhood. You just feel like you were kind of left out of the situation, so you're having a hard time accepting that, but you need to understand and accept the fact that this is bridging something together, and the fact that you have no control over it means that that is something you should appreciate and be grateful for, because maybe if you did have a hand in the situation, it wouldn't have went as well the opposite way. It wasn't meant for you to have a hand in, so you should just let it go. Release, 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 release. Okay, so let's look at this 10 of Swords. Everything is fine. And the High Priestess is here again. Yeah, it's something that you don't know that happened or that's going on right now, but you need to know that everything is going to be okay. Everything will be fine. The worst part of the situation is over with. Okay, it's going to work out. You just feel kind of sad that nobody told you that you didn't know yet. Oh my goodness. Grandchildren. Or just children. Or you could be dealing with a Pisces High Priestess. You may also want to know why someone isn't talking to you. Maybe you need to be the person to make the first move. That's why you don't know anything, because you're not making any first moves when it comes to communication. Why is the Four of Cups here? And you got the Sun. Yeah, it may have to do with the sun, a literal sun, or you just need to. And you got the Four of Wands again at the bottom. Yeah, and there's something that's coming together that you need to pay attention to. See how her phone is right there next to her, but she is not touching it? Like, if you excommunicate yourself or you keep yourself out of the loop when it comes to people who are the closest to you, and Gemini is also about learning. People who can learn from you or learn from you. If you keep yourself so private to the point where no one is reaching out to you, and then when they do, you got like a pissy face, it's like, okay, maybe you need to look at the situation from the other point of view. This is Cancer and this is Leo. So when you get out your feelings, when you get out of your feelings or trying to withhold your feelings, when you stop trying to withhold your feelings all the time, you'll see what it feels like to actually embrace them, be grateful for them, appreciate them, because you have them for a reason. And maybe that's why you are always in a state where you're not as communicative as you could be, because you don't want to engage in emotional behaviors or emotional cues from not only yourself but from other people. But you need that bridging of reality with your emotions and feelings in order for you to find out information that could have been easily said to you if you would have just picked up the phone, sent the email, came by. Like, you would know all of this information if you inserted yourself into your family situations or into your business situations or into your relationship. Like, you're holding back, but then you're upset because someone is holding back from you. Like, you got to make a bridge for someone to cross over and speak to you and meet you halfway. If you never do that, then you'll never get the full enjoyment of what relationships even were created for. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at this Four of Wands. This is coming together. We got the King of Swords. Okay, so you're waiting for someone to invite you over. You're waiting for someone to tell you it's okay for you to be there. Stop waiting for someone to do something that you can do on your own. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that they miss you or they love you or they care about you, and start taking the initiative. You're an initiating sign, just like Cancer is an initiating sign. You initiate order. So get to initiating some order in your life and stop allowing things to go unanswered because you and your feelings about something that probably got nothing to do with the situation. Literally, you probably have nothing. It's probably something personal that you need to get over when it comes to what it was like when you were a child. How did you feel? If you feel like someone is treating you differently than they treat other people and you don't understand why don't you take a look at what it is that you're not sharing, or what are you not saying? Because that could be the very answer you need, the very key that you need to open yourself up to appreciating family or the time that you have on earth to be a better and a bigger influence on people who's waiting for you to pick up the phone or say something. They can't say anything if you're not present. You don't have to be physically there to be present either. You just need to act like you care. And I know Capricorn is very stoic, but at some point you got to come from behind the desk and get into action. All right, so what animal spirit guide message do we have for you? Did Scorpio get this message? Somebody else that got this message too. You're the Playo Hawaiian owl. So your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now. So pay close attention to them, to signs and omens from them. Okay, pay attention. Ooh, it flew out. And that's what he's holding on to. Like, if you really want to talk to somebody and build a bridge to knowing about them and what's going on with their life, you have to initiate that. The King of Swords is very intellectual with all these fours. The relationship is going to be protected, but you have to take this first step. At the bottom, you got the chimpanzee. It says use both your intuition and your intellect, number 4, to solve the problem or get answers to your question. Yeah, come on. It's not hard. It's not hard. You might feel like it is hard because you got to do something that doesn't feel very natural to you because you're a leader. You're naturally distant from situations, so you can get a full disclosure on what's going on and how to handle it from, you know, being the boss in the situation. But sometimes, you know, being that remote and distance from your peers make you appear, again, as if you don't care. And you can't blame them for thinking or feeling like you don't care if you never put in the energy to care, to physically show up. By being in a sunny disposition, being willing to communicate, being willing to share, being willing to share, being willing to share. You're not sharing what you know. So you have to decide if you're going to share what you know or not. Okay. So, and that can be vice versa. It could be you going through this with your own self, or you could have relationships with people who are just not emotionally open to you right now for whatever reason. Either way it goes, whoever is the person who's not the person exuding this energy, understand that it's not your fault. If someone doesn't reach out and speak to you all the time, they definitely, people like that always have something going on that's deeper than maybe one conversation can actually help. But if you are present enough to make some type of initiation, or they make one with you, appreciate that. Appreciate it for what it is. Don't judge. It's not up to us to judge anyway, except for ourselves and what we do. And even that has its own boundaries because we're only human in this reality. But there's a higher power in all of us that we're always connected to that is going to be guiding us each and every step of the way. So you're never alone. Just go ahead and make the first move. Okay, and that's the Capricorn message when it comes to appreciation. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please leave comments sharing how this resonated for you, and see you next week.
Trying to find the significance of what you mean. Breaking through glass cages inside of me. Surfing and swimming in a never-ending sea. Finding missing puzzles to keep. Crack the cracking for everyone to sleep. Illusions walking and living like zombies. Allowing people to play with my mind like chess piece. Stole the key to my psyche. Now for years I just wanna hide me. Deflowered and free. Initiations with time remind